All right, everybody, here I am to do my freakishly lovely, it's going to be freakishly lovely today, post-market wrap-up on this Monday, October 22nd, 2018. A lot of stuff I want to cover here. As usual, I don't even know where to begin. So, we're going to start off with the markets. As you are well aware, if you watched the video that I did this morning, I explained to you that there was a pretty big attempt this morning for our markets to follow China's lead. China put on over 4% their markets last night. We had a triple-digit gain at the open regard to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We gave all of that back and then finished down another 120-something points. The S&P 500 finished in the negative. The Nasdaq finished fractionally positive. Now, generally, it's the world which follows our market. That's a little bit interesting in my view. We're following China's lead. Okay, all right, whatever. I don't have to like it, which I don't. But again, nothing is real in this environment. It's so freaking twisted. So there was a pretty hardcore effort today earlier to prop up the stock market, bond buying, which actually reversed at one point today. Bonds actually sold off a little bit. 10-year yield crept up. Dollar got stronger. That's not good. Metals finished down. Cryptocurrencies finished down. So what are we hearing? Well, a few things. One of them is, well, they're all disturbing. But let's start off with what I think is the most disturbing here. There's chatter out here, and look this up for yourself, that China is kind of, I don't even know how this would work out, if it would lead to a shooting war or whatever. China is apparently trying to circumvent the petrodollar. Yeah, sit down for that one. We all understand this. Look, most people, in fact, I don't think most people have any idea of the petrodollar, how it works here. And I can promise you that China would love to have a way to sidestep that petrodollar. And I think they're, again, going to make efforts as we move forward in time to make this happen. Understand this as well, people. If you don't already, and you probably don't, many of you probably don't, look, there's all this, let's just call it crap, because that's what it is, coming out of the mainstream media, all this talk about Saudi Arabia. How many of you out here, with the show of hands, know that the United States is the #1 supplier of arms to Saudi Arabia? Last year alone, over $100 billion in arms. It's ridiculous. And again, we got the petrodollar. Saudi Arabia can do anything. You want proof of that? How about, let's go back in time a little bit. I can only imagine the heat I'm going to take for this. 15 of the 19 hijackers were Saudis, but we managed to blame another country and go after them. Look, they can do what they want. It's all about the petrodollar. It's about arms sales. It's about, there's going to be a lot of talk here. A lot of talk from our president, from the administration about whatever we're going to do to Saudi Arabia over this one guy. I'm not downplaying this. Believe me, I understand his family must be hurting. But whatever it is, doesn't matter. Again, just look at what happened, not that long ago here with regard to Saudi hijackers. Don't matter. Don't matter. They can do what they want. It's all about the petrodollar. It's about arms sales. It's a twisted system. And that's the way it's going to go. Okay? Now, with regard to China here, again, they got us by the you-know-what in a big way because of the bond market. And who knows how this is going to play out moving forward with them trying to circumvent the petrodollar. I think that would be the only way we would end up in a shooting war. We have fought wars to establish this. It's not going away without a fight, and I mean without blood being splattered from one end of the world to the other. That's the truth here. So forget about ending the Fed. Okay, it's not going to happen. The Fed, the petrodollar, our president in bed with them, every world leader in bed with their central bank. That's the way it is. The system is so sick. That's the truth. Period. The end. Let's talk about a couple of other sick things. Really, because it disturbs me to no end. And it should disturb you too. Truly. So again, we're getting this talk from the mainstream confederacy of freaking idiots. Confederacy of dunces. Maybe we should change that around a little bit. And they're talking about an aggressive Fed, and they're parading out new experts here and CEOs this time. Again, they did this last week, or was it the week before? Whatever it was, who are trying to explain to you that the Fed, may be too aggressive here. Again, look at the source. If it's a CEO of a corporation telling you this, they want the easy money coming. They get paid in stock. So the more easy money that comes down the pike, the richer they get. That's the truth. You're not supposed to know about that, but it is true. And then they got these same imbeciles, all right? And I'm not going to even be nice about it. How many of you, with the show of hands, you could put them up this time? Bob Pisani from CNBC, one of the Supreme COD members, he's one of them as well. So is Kramer, all right? They were talking about, oh yes, rates, they're going to go up, but don't worry about it, because if rates rise for the right reasons, for example, a really great economy, the word of the day from the COD was Goldilocks. This is a Goldilocks economy. However, if rates go up, it might hurt the stock market. You see how this works? It's all about the stock market. It doesn't matter. You don't matter. And I'm going to prove that to you as well moving forward in just a minute here. So again, the same experts that were saying, oh yeah, put your money to work in the stock market. Do not worry. Don't worry at all if rates go up, because stocks are going to go up with them as long as they rise for the right reasons, like a Goldilocks economy. Who is going to be held accountable? You know how many people? Zero. And do you know why? Because no one gives a damn. It's the truth. They're used to being lied to. Let's talk about some more lies today and propaganda. How many of you can put up the other hand, remember me just yesterday explaining to you that you were going to hear some fake stories floated out here to try to ease the market, whatever it might be, make people feel good? Remember I said that? They were going to try to make people feel really good. Yeah. Well, again, we heard more garbage and lies. Lies, okay, from the freaking President of the United States today, the man who every day I try to support him, he just rips me down from me wanting to do that, okay? What is the narrative? The narrative is very, very straightforward. Oh, 10% now. He's floating this out there. 10% tax cut for the middle class. Meanwhile, people, debts and deficits continue to explode to the upside. You know what he won't talk about? How maybe we should stop spending so much. We heard about that a couple of weeks ago. He must have had a big piece of tape shoved across his mouth. Because understand, people don't want to hear about spending being cut. They want to hear about their taxes going down, and they're going to disregard debts and deficits going to the moon, which means our country, which is already the biggest debtor nation in the history of the world, is going to owe more money to the Federal Reserve, to other countries buying our debt. And we have to keep selling those arms to Saudi Arabia. Sell, sell, sell. Unbelievable. What a twisted system that we have. It makes me want to vomit. It really does. And it should make you want to vomit as well. Look, my picture's getting blurry here. It's still blurry. Whatever. You probably don't want to see me anyway, right? All right, look. So that's the story. What's going on here? Just watch for more rhetoric, more lies to come out from every angle at us all here. We're supposed to ignore all kinds of things. Oh yeah, just don't worry about it. Just like they were telling you, don't worry about rates going up because stocks are going to go up higher. You're going to get richer. Well, this guy said, no, that was never going to happen. How many of you remember that? I want to see both hands up for that. It's ridiculous. Could you imagine a guy like me on any one of these COD shows? Let me explain something to you. I doubt I would even go. Maybe just to ridicule them, because all of them out there, they're reading a script, they're imbeciles from every angle that you want to look at, and their job is to lie to you. That bothers me. It really does. In fact, why don't you, when you get a minute, pick up your phone, call CNBC, call Fox Business, and call Bloomberg, and just tell them they're all freaking liars, and they really should be held accountable for what's going on here. But no, they won't be. It's just going to be more propaganda, and we're going to hear more and more propaganda coming down the pike here like you cannot believe. As debts and deficits explode, there probably won't be any kind of a tax cut. And even if there is, it'll be insignificant, and it won't matter. Why? Because debts and deficits are going to continue to explode while everybody sits around and saying, oh, what a great man our president is. Having a very hard time, people, supporting this guy. I really am. Anyway, but I still do for now. With that said, I'll see you at 5 o'clock. Greg Mannarino is going live at freaking 5. Live at Freaky 5. I'll see all of you at 5 o'clock. We're going to answer questions. We're going to have all kinds of fun. At least I hope. See you at 5 Pacific Standard Time.